All right, so I was doing my reading the other day and I came across a real neat article. And it was a study that was put out about 2 years ago that said that 56% of Americans believe that making $100,000 a year qualifies them as being rich. So during this video, I'm not going to debate whether that's true or not. It's an opinion. Some would be happy with that. Some are going to want to make a heck of a lot more. What I want to discuss, though, is how you can actually build a business that makes that $100,000 a year while only working part-time, and you can do this with a junk removal business. And hey, if you like this content, we'd love if you would comment, like, subscribe to our channel. We love reading what people have to say. We love interacting with you guys, and we're happy to bring you this content. I'm Lee Godbold, founder and chief guide of Junk Removal Authority, where we help junk removal business owners make more money and live a better life. If earning $100,000 a year working part-time interests you and you'd like to start a junk removal business for that opportunity, then check out our junk removal business package and video training series. We'll give you the training, knowledge, and support that will help you grow larger and faster so you can get to your goal quicker. Click on the link in the description for more information. All right, so let's get back to the subject at hand. How to make $100,000 working part-time with your junk removal business. This is a subject that excites me. Building businesses, helping people, having fun. Those are the passions that are in my life. This accomplishes all three. And it's something that I myself have done and also have helped many people get well on their way to accomplishing the same thing. We have many making over 100K per year. They're still heavily involved in their business. They haven't gotten to the part-time part. And actually, these guys don't want to get to the part-time part. But you might choose kind of the route they've taken once you get there as well. You might want to continue building that business. And on my end, I've reached the 100K mark years ago, and we've actually got to the point where our junk removal business puts off about $500,000 a year in owner benefit. And last year, I probably worked about 60 hours total on it. It can be done. It took a lot of hard work and a lot of sacrifice and a lot of kind of indecision or stress to get there, but we made it. So, all right, enough of all that. Let's do the math here. To make $100,000 a year, you'll need to get about $8,333 of profit every single month with your business. If you're not on a truck, then a third to fourth year business is going to have a net profit of about 20%. That means you need to bring in $500,000 a year top line in sales, which at $350 per job would be 1,428 jobs. That's $41,666 or 119 jobs per month, or $9,450 or 27 jobs per week. So now we've given you where your end zone is or how you score in this game. We've told you how you win. Again, this would be a third to fourth year business that has reached a 20% net owner benefit after paying all expenses and the owner is working part-time. So what's this look like? What's kind of the vision of this thing? This means you have crews actually going out and doing all of the work. You've got a supervisor that's actually checking the guys in and out. You don't have to be there 6:30, 7 in the morning getting your guys in. You don't have to be there every evening when they leave at 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night. This supervisor is also doing the bank deposits. They're scheduling the maintenance on your trucks. You've put in place the systems and the processes necessary to ensure your trucks stay clean. You've got a contact center answering your phone, maybe the JRA center, since it doesn't require your supervision. You don't have to teach anybody at JRA how to book junk removal jobs. We do it all the time and have for years. Either the center or a virtual assistant can then do follow-up calls for your customers. They're going to be asking, hey, did this experience go well? Score 1 to 10. Rate us. How do we do? This ensures things are running smoothly. You've got plans in place to regularly purchase new equipment and trade in older equipment in order to make sure your revenue is predictable, your guys are happy, and you're getting to customers' jobs on time. Your involvement at this point is supervisory in nature. You are using workies to check job averages and completion percentages for each tech. And you're looking at your financial reports to analyze that everything is as it should be. What else is going on here? Well, pretty much whatever you want. Kids' baseball games, boating, working another business, some other hobby that you have, spending time with your wife, could be restoring an old car, learning to fly like I did. You've got a bunch of stuff that's now opened up to you because why? You've got time. This is something most business owners struggle to get. You've got a ton of options. Does this sound like something you would want? I imagine it does if you've made it this far in this video. So before we get into the nitty-gritty, I want to cover something very important. This is a 2 to 3 year process to do this. I'm not telling you a way to get rich quick. This in no way, shape, or form is this going to happen immediately. It's 2 to 3 years of hard work without making very much money. And also, once you reach this, there's an extremely high probability you're going to want to continue growing. The great thing is you can continue to grow this business without killing yourself. The same formula to get you to 100K can be used to take you even further. Although in some markets, you might find you need to expand into additional locations or additional services. And that is going to require more effort and more work on your part. Let's get back to building this 100K though with minimal work. The very first thing you have to do is look at this not as a side hustle, but as a legitimate business. Once you've done that, you need to make a plan and you stick to it. Here's the great thing though. There's a proven plan to be successful in junk removal. Here are the steps of the junk removal success plan that I myself and hundreds of other junk removal business owners have used in order to build a great junk removal business. All right, so the first thing, get about $20,000 or so in reserves saved up. Now listen, there's gonna be some of you guys here, you're like, I've already started. I did not have 20K when I got started, or I don't have a way of getting 20K now. I'm better just to go out, hustle, and just kind of scrape and just try and save up that 20K or start making this junk removal business work. And that's fine, but for those of you that can get that 20K saved up, you're gonna be in a lot better position. Things are gonna come together much, much quicker. The next thing after you get that $20,000 in reserves, go out and get a reliable truck. Preferably make it a dump truck. It's gonna save you on labor expense. It's just a heck of a lot easier to operate your business if you're able to go out and get a dump truck. Then you just need to get the initial setup stuff done. So that's building a quality website, getting all the insurance you need, getting the licenses you need, the DOT numbers, etc. If you skip this step, it can bite you in the butt, not can, but actually will bite you in the butt a year or several months down the line, or maybe a few years down the line. You'll be faced with this big problem that you have to fix, and it's gonna make achieving this goal of 100K in income with part-time work much more difficult. So after you've got all the initial stuff done, you need to go out and you hire 2 team members right there at the start. Get 2, that way you have one guy's kind of as a backup, just in case one flames out or one has to call it sick or whatever. You always want an extra person or an extra anything when you're building a business as soon as possible. Never rely on one thing. The next thing is marketing. That's the most important thing there is for the most part in building this business. If you don't have customers, you're never gonna make that 100,000. When you first get started, focus more on getting in front of customers and less on profit. So you want to do as many jobs as possible here. Get in front of as many people as you possibly can. Show them how good of a company you are. Focus on marketing that is either free or inexpensive, or it's marketing that's actually paid upon results. Avoid print advertising. So what do I mean about marketing that is paid upon results? Because a lot of you guys are like, he just said go to free and inexpensive. We don't offer anything that's free or inexpensive here. So obviously, we know the stuff we have works great, but we focus on stuff that's paid upon results. So not print advertising, not TV marketing, not radio. There might be a place for this at some point later on, but early on, you have to get stuff, you have to get marketing that kind of gives you direct response. So that's your pay-per-click, Yelp, Home Advisor, SEO, Craigslist, Facebook groups, Groupon, yard signs, and door hangers, as well as your personal social media page, email marketing, and then networking with professionals in like the professional organizing field or realtors, property managers, so on and so forth. So that's your free or the marketing that's paid by results type of things that we really, really recommend. The next thing to do is go out there and you do great work. Guys, this is your chance. You've got a customer to call, you've got a customer to schedule. When you show up on site, you've got to wow them. You have to give them a frictionless experience. And then once that job's over, ask for reviews. The more reviews you get, the more people that are gonna hire you later on. After you're done marketing, or actually you're never done marketing, but after that marketing step, the next step is you train your team members. So you're gonna start out on the truck and you're gonna be doing the quoting of the jobs and the impressing of customers, and you're gonna you and a helper are gonna be loading the truck. You're gonna be doing everything. You're gonna be answering the phone probably. You're gonna be doing every single part of your business. What you want to do as soon as possible is get team members trained up to start taking stuff off your plate. You can never go full time if your business requires you to do everything, obviously. So you got to train team members. You want to replicate yourself. The next thing is monitor the advertising that you've been doing and finding out what's working and what's your highest ROI and what isn't. Take the stuff that's your highest ROI. If you're at least breaking even, take the stuff at your highest ROI and keep raising your spend up until you're showing as much as you possibly can and you can't spend any more money. Then you go to the second thing, you raise that spend up. The third thing, you work your way on down the line. Okay, so this next step is the step that a lot of people really trip themselves up on, and that's adding a second truck and a second crew. So what most people do is they're like, I don't want to add a second truck and a second crew until I have enough business to fill up that second truck and that second crew. This probably seems obvious when you're watching this video, but when you get out in the real world and you feel the pressure of that second truck payment, you feel the pressure of hiring 2 or 3 more people and have to make sure that you're having to meet payroll and pay them, and you've got the insurance that has to be paid, and you have all this worry, that's when you're going to back down. That's when what I'm about to tell you is going to seem not very logical. The thing about it is adding a second truck and crew kind of, when you're at the point where you need them, you're never going to get to that point. Because what's going to happen is you can only accomplish enough work for 1 truck and 1 crew when you have 1 truck and 1 crew. Everybody else is going to be going on to your competitor who's got some availability. So that means you're going to be missing out on a lot of work and you're going to be unable to build up that second truck and second crew until you have them. So what we recommend is within a few weeks or after a few weeks of averaging about 20 jobs a week, you need to add that second truck and add that second crew. The final step is repeat steps 5 through 9. Rinse and repeat all the way up until that $500,000 gross and $100,000 income. Now listen, there are obviously more details within this plan that you'll need to learn and kind of figure out, but this is the plan. This is the plan that I myself have used and we've taught other people and we've observed other people, hundreds of people throughout the country, build a junk removal business and get that 100K income, and many of them have gotten to the point where they're working part-time while doing it. Where most people screw this up, and I mentioned this just a little bit earlier, most people screw this up is they abandon this plan within a few months or a year or two. Again, this is 2 to 3 years of following this plan religiously, of getting uncomfortable, of crushing whatever doubt slips in to make sure that you reach your goal. Think about 2 identical planes that are taking off from the same place. They're going to the same destination. Let's say they're both Boeing 737s. They're the exact same speed. One of them flies a straight line to where he's going. Maybe he just makes a few minor changes, diversions for weather. The other one takes off and it changes its heading by 45 degrees every 10 minutes. It's going left and right and left and right. Both planes will eventually get to the destination, but the one that went mostly straight is going to be there about twice as fast. And that's assuming the second one that's going left and right doesn't run out of fuel. And oftentimes that's exactly what happens. The second one is adding all of that distance to their journey and they just don't have the gas or the stamina to make it there. They crash. Hopefully they crash land to recover and live another day. It's possible they crash and burn though, and they never start another business ever again. Guys, don't crash and burn. Set your destination and follow this plan to reach it. Here at JRA, we've got what I consider to be rocket fuel to go in your jet tanks with our business package and video training series. Make sure to check out the links in the description to figure out how we can help you keep your path straight and give you the boost you need to make things happen faster. Hey, if you enjoyed watching this video, please like it, comment, and subscribe to this channel. We love reading what you have to say. And thanks again for watching. I'm Lee Godbold with Junk Removal Authority, where we help business owners make more money and live a better life.